Good morning students, welcome to my videos. In this video we are going to learn about the fundamental of English, in which we learn phrases and clause. What is phrase and what is clause? What are the difference between phrases and clause? So let's start with the video. Phrase. Phrase it is group of words. It has no vowel, subject, combination. Third, it doesn't give complete sense. Whereas in clause, it is also group of words, but it is combination of verb and subject. Third, it can give complete sense. Fourth, it can't give complete sense. Sometimes it can't give complete sense depending upon the context in which it is used. So let's see first what is phrase. Phrase is a group of words and it has completely no verb and subject combination. It doesn't give us a complete sense. Example, my best friend. It is a group of words that we say in our first point. It has no verb and no subject that we include in our second topic and point. And third, it can't give complete sense, means it only says my best friend, but what they are going to say about my friend or my best friend? It's only a group of words that is called phrase. So come to the clause. For example, if he comes, I will help him. In this sentence, he is subject. He is subject. Comes is verb. And here I is also a subject and will help is verb. So In this sentence there are two clauses. Always remember, a sentence contains one or two or more clauses depending on the sentence, but it always can carry subject and verb, so that we clarify what is clause. Clause simply depends on that it has the combination of verb and subject. Second, it gives complete sense. Here there is two sentence, that is, if he comes. It can't give complete sense, that we mention in our fourth point, but in the next sentence it can give complete sense. I will help you. So there are two types of clauses that depends based on subject and verb. First, which can't give us a complete sense, is dependent clause. It needs the help of another clause, and in this I will help him, it conveys us the meaning that I want to help him or I will help him. So it is independent clause. It doesn't need any help to complete the sentence, but in this sentence it needs a help to complete the sentence. So it is dependable clause and dependent clause, and I will help him is independent clause. So for next example, we put the same sentence here. If he comes, I will help him. Here, if he comes, he is subject and we is come is verb. Here, I is subject and will help is verb. But there is no more words that gives a sense. Further, I write the next sentence. John is my best friend. So here you can differentiate and classify what is phrase and what is clause. So clause needed subject and helping verb. So it comes to clause, and my best friend, it is a group of words but can't conveys the sense. So it is phrase. A sentence is a combination of clause and phrases. So what we learn in this: first, phrase is a group of words. It has no combination. It has no verb and subject combination. Third, it doesn't give complete sense. It is only a group of words. It cannot give us any sense. Whereas in clause, it is also a group of words and it is a combination of verb and subject. Simply you can define what is clause or differentiate or get to know what is clause by seeing the subject and verb. So You can say in further word that verb has no subject and phrase has no subject and verb, but clause have subject and verb. So let's understand what is phrase and what is clause, which portion of the sentence comes under clause and which portion comes under phrase. So as I say, the portion which contains subject and verb goes under clause, and the portion which can't convey sense and a group of words, that comes under phrases. So let's see and continue to recognize what is clause and what is phrase in these sentences. So here in my first sentence, I like the cake with cherries. I is simply here subject and like is verb. So I like is your clause and the cake with cherries. The cake with cherries, it can't convey us a message that the cake with cherries what? I like it or I don't like it, or someone like it. It can't convey us the complete sense. So it comes under your phrase. So you have to simply remember that the clause contains subject and verb combination, and the phrase cannot contain the subject and verb. Now, second sentence, the book is laying on the table. The book is your subject, is laying is your verb, and the rest part on the table goes under phrase. Now, third, his brother helps me. His brother helped me. His brother is your subject here, and help is verb. His brother helped me, but is here. But is conjunction that we use to combine two different sentences to make a new sense in the sentence. His brother helped me, but I is again subject, couldn't is verb, score good marks in the exam. Score good marks in the exam is your phrase. Score good marks in the exam means we got to understand that score good marks in the exam, but what? Either we are giving any exam or can't get the marks, or either someone talking about someone, but it can't convey us the meaning. So in the third sentence, his brother helped me, but I couldn't score good marks in the exam. His brother is here subject, help is verb, but we use as a conjunction to combine the two different sentences. So couldn't, I here I is subject and couldn't is verb. So in this sentence we have two clauses, and one phrase. So the sentence contain, any sentence contain one or two clauses and a phrase. Like you see in this sentence. Food. When I came here, when I come here, I is your subject and verb. Oh, come is your verb. I saw him. I is again your subject and saw is verb. And is your conjunction. I greeted, subject and verb, him. So here, when I come here, it is also it is a clause. I saw him. It comes under dependent clause because without this next clause, without next part of sentence, it can't convey any sense. When I come here, I saw him. I saw him is your independent clause, and also I greeted him. It's also an independent clause. Now come to sentence. I will wait here until he completes his assignments. I is subject, will is verb, will wait is verb. Until is your conjunction. He complete his assignment. He is also a subject and complete his verb, his assignment. So, according to this explanation, we can say phrase is a group of words. In phrase, there is no single word. They are the group of words. They are the group of words, plus they have no subject and verb combination. They doesn't convey any sense. Simply, what is clause? Clause is the group of words, also is the group of word. It conveys us the meaning. It sometimes never simply in clause. It is also a group of word. It has combination of subject and verb. Always, clause always contains combination of verb and subject. Third, it can give complete sense. Either it cannot give a complete sense. It depends on the context in which it is used. So, according to this explanation, we got to know that clause has two types. First is dependable and second is your independent. Dependent and second is your independent. Types of clause. First, dependent clause. You simply say it can't give complete sense, and independent clause is a clause which convey sense. So here we study what is clause and what is phrase in a sentence. Now next come to the kinds of phrases and clause. Here the first phrase is adjective phrase. Adjective phrase is a group of words in which the head contains the adjective. Here for example, he is a man of a great name. He is a man of a great name. It denotes adjective phrase. Now next is your adverb phrase. Adverb phrase is a group of words which contains multi-word for expressing the verb. It is a multi-word expression. For example, he has promised to work in a better way. He has promised to work in a better way. Third, prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase is a group of words which contains preposition. For example, he works hard for the sake of winning a prize. Here you can see for the sake of prize. Prepositional phrase. Now, conjunction phrase. Conjunction phrase is a phrase in which we use conjunction to add two meaningful and same important clauses. So here, for example, he is poor as well as lazy. He is poor. Here we are getting the sense that he is poor as well as lazy. So it is conjunctional phrase. Next is your interjectional phrase. It conducts the function of interjection. That is, goodbye. May God help you. We want to stop the other to continue the conversation or some kind of talk or whatever you say. Next, absolute participle phrase. Absolute participle phrase is a phrase in which the participle and noun comes together to form absolute participle phrase. For example, the sun is having set. They went home. Here in this absolute participle phrase, noun plus verb using ing shows in absolute participle phrase. Now come to the kinds of clauses. Principal clauses. Principal clauses are independent clause. For example, he asked me where I was going. In this sentence, it is denoted someone is asking me where I was going. Coordinate clause. Coordinate clause is an independent clause but connected to another one of equal importance with the help of conjunction. For example, he called me. He here he is subject, called is verb, but is conjunction. I again is subject, didn't is verb. So In this sentence, two independent clauses are connected with the help of conjunction. Next, subordinate clause. Subordinate clause is an dependent clause. Without the help of principal clause, it can't convey a sense. For example, I hope he will succeed in his aim. Subordinate clause. Subordinate clause is further divided into three types of clause, that is noun clause, adjective clause and adverb clause. As the name says, in noun clause, noun is preferred, noun is getting importance or highlighted. For example, I think I can do it. I am declaring here I can do it for myself. I am declaring it that I can do it. In adjective clause, here the example, he has a chain which is made up of gold. He has a chain. That is not the adjective clause, but he has a golden chain. Which kind of chain? A golden chain. That explain the adjective of the sentence. Third, adverb clause. Adverb clause is a clause which uses multi-word for expressing our thought. For example, he must pass because he work hard. Here we assured that he must pass because he works hard. So now it's all in this video. If you have any doubts or complaints or anything which you can't get through this video, comment me and ask the question. In this video, that's it. Thank you.